They say death ends all stories. But what if there's a tomb where death begins the story? In the dry heart of Egypt's Valley of the Kings, there lies a burial chamber that no one dares to open anymore, because everyone who entered it, archaeologists, workers, even guards, died one by one, in the most chilling and unexplained ways. This is not the tomb of Tutankhamun. This is the tomb that killed everyone who entered. It all began in 1924, just 2 years after the discovery of King Tut's tomb. A British archaeologist named Dr. Arthur Pembroke received a secret map from a black market dealer in Cairo. The map showed the location of a hidden burial site, one not listed in any Egyptian record. Locals called it the Tomb of the Nameless Pharaoh. According to the legends, this pharaoh was erased from history for committing a sin so great that even his name was forbidden to be spoken. His tomb was sealed forever, not to protect treasure, but to protect the world from what lay inside. Dr. Pembroke, however, didn't believe in curses. He wanted fame, a discovery greater than Tutankhamun's. So he assembled a small team and began digging in the scorching desert. By the 5th day, they uncovered a stone door covered in strange hieroglyphs. One of the workers, an old Egyptian man, refused to go any further. He said the carvings read, "He who disturbs the silence of this tomb shall trade his breath for eternity." But Pembroke laughed. He ordered the door to be opened. That night, the first man died. His name was Yusuf, the same man who had warned Pembroke. He was found outside the camp, his body pale, eyes wide open, and sand pouring from his mouth, as if the desert itself had swallowed him alive. Still, Pembroke continued. Inside the tomb, they found golden statues, ancient scrolls, and an eerie sarcophagus made of black stone. Unlike other royal tombs, there were no markings, no hieroglyphs, no name. But there was something else. A faint humming sound that came from the walls, like the chamber itself was alive. As the team examined the artifacts, one of the assistants, a young man named Collins, accidentally cut his hand on the edge of the sarcophagus. The blood dripped onto the stone, and the humming grew louder. That night, Collins woke up screaming. He said he saw a figure standing at the entrance of his tent, wrapped in bandages, whispering his name. By morning, he was dead. No wounds, no struggle, just a face frozen in terror. Now the newspapers began to take notice. Headlines called it the Curse of the Nameless King. Egyptian authorities ordered the site closed, but Pembroke refused. He claimed science had to explain what superstition could not. On the 10th night, the team finally lifted the lid of the black sarcophagus. Inside was not a mummy, but ashes, mixed with fragments of bone and gold dust. And in the center, a perfectly preserved heart, still red, still wet. Everyone froze. One of the men shouted that it was impossible. A heart can't survive thousands of years. But Pembroke, fascinated, decided to take it with him. That decision sealed his fate. As they packed the artifacts to ship back to England, strange events began. The camels refused to move. Tools vanished in front of their eyes. At night, the sound of heavy footsteps echoed from the open tomb. And every dawn, someone new was missing. One by one, the workers disappeared. Their footprints always led back toward the tomb and then stopped. Pembroke finally returned to Cairo with the heart sealed inside a glass jar. He sent it to the British Museum under armed guard, labeling it Artifact 13A, but the ship carrying it never reached London. It sank in the Mediterranean under clear skies. No storm, no collision, no survivors. The only thing ever recovered from the wreck was the glass jar. Empty. A few weeks later, Cairo newspapers reported something unbelievable. Dr. Pembroke was found dead in his hotel room. His body was dry, almost mummified, though no chemicals were used. On the wall, written in his own blood, were the words, "He has no name, but he remembers mine." The Egyptian government sealed the excavation site. But decades later, in 1971, a team of French researchers reopened it secretly, hoping to document the lost tomb. Within days, their cameras captured something chilling. In the final recording, now hidden in archives, a faint silhouette appeared near the sarcophagus, a shadow with glowing red eyes watching them. Moments later, the camera cut out. The team was never heard from again. Today, local guides refuse to go near that part of the valley. Tourists who wander close claim they hear whispers carried by the desert wind. voices calling their names. Some even say the sand moves on its own, like something buried beneath is still breathing. And deep inside that forbidden tomb, the black sarcophagus still rests, unmarked, unopened. They say if you listen closely, you can hear a heartbeat echoing in the dark. So, was it a curse? A supernatural force? Or something far older than our understanding of death itself? Whatever it was, everyone who entered that tomb met the same end. Their names erased, their stories silenced. Maybe that's why history never recorded the nameless pharaoh, because his story isn't over yet. If you think ancient curses are just myths, think again. Some tombs were never meant to be opened, and some secrets were buried for a reason. Like, share and subscribe to Chrono Enigma, where history bleeds through the sands of time.